Well, it's going to sound a little funny, but it's kind of like the field of dreams. I, as a youngster, never had the opportunity to play on fields quite this good.
It began as an idea. Area athletes needed a place to play. Baseball, softball, horseshoes, basketball, jogging, walking, soccer, lacrosse, men, women, boys and girls. The idea took form. The Capital Area Recreation Association was born.
Well, back in the early 70s, baseball was kind of at its peak in Augusta. Augusta East Little League had advanced all the way to Williamsport. And that stirred up a considerable amount of interest in the community. Being a neighbor of the land that was formerly owned by the Augusta Mental Health, we could see approximately 200 acres of land that was more or less sitting there idle. Those of us in the league at that time felt this would be an ideal place to expand and to provide future opportunities for recreation.
But at that time, there was a law that said the state couldn't lease land to not-for-profit corporations. So they talked to my dad, and my dad introduced a bill in the legislature that allowed the state to do just that. And the state of Maine entered into a lease with this new Capital Area Recreation Association for 25 years for this area that allowed them to develop these ball fields, and that lease was later extended to 99 years.
Dedicated volunteers form the CARA backbone. That fact was true from the beginning, and it remains true today.
One of the great things about the CARA organization is they bring to bear so many volunteers, not just people, but equipment, to roll out good products that otherwise, I submit, might cost double as much in another world, but they're because so many volunteers get involved as well. So they leverage a tremendous amount of resource through the volunteer efforts.
Many of our employees' kids have played the various sports over there over the years. Our involvement, I've been with the bank about 20 years, and our involvement predates my time there, so it's been a long-term commitment to that organization, and we believe in their cause and their mission. It's a great spot. I can tell you I've spent many hours sitting on the fields over there.
As the CARA complex grew, so did the number of people using it. The Piggery Road became a sports and recreation destination for the entire community.
Having a business in this community for 30 years, and one of the first things that I realized was this complex on the Piggery Road called the CARA complex. It was where my kids got involved from the end of, we call one end of the road is where Farm League starts, and then you can work your way all the way down to the other end of the road where soccer is, and that's the more recent complex. My kids had tremendous opportunity. If there's any one project in this city that I am more proud of, and because of the sake that my kids had an opportunity to play in on all the fields, is this CARA complex. It's just an unbelievable complex, and I know of nothing else like it.
I spent every summer over at the CARA fields playing softball with my group of friends, developing everlasting friendships, confidence, work ethic, growing bonds with my friends as well as the coaches who put in endless hours with us.
state championships, regional championships, national qualifying tournaments, all happen at CARA, almost on a regular basis.
Over the years, we've had a lot of events here which kind of stand out in my mind. Babe Ruth has hosted 3 regional baseball tournaments. Every year, Babe Ruth hosts the Eastern Maine Class A championship, and every other year, it's the location for the state Class A game.
Certainly the highlight of this complex was the regional tournament that Augusta did win as 15-year-olds right here on their home field. It was just amazing to know these kids that had worked hard for 3 years in our program, had traveled to Connecticut for the regionals the previous year, came back here and won it on their home field. It was it's just amazing, and you know, most of these kids right now are in college. Probably juniors or seniors. Some might go on to play professional baseball, but it certainly was a unique team, a unique opportunity, and certainly a rewarding experience for all parents, volunteers that were involved, and just to see the joy on the kids' face and know they were going on to another World Series.
As with any recreational resource, there is much more to the story than games won and lost. Developing and maintaining an athletic complex takes time, effort, skill, and money.
Complexes of this nature require, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars over time in maintenance, equipment purchases, to keep these fields in the condition that they're currently in, to say nothing about capital improvements. As far as the taxpayers go, it's not a drain on the taxpayers. This is something that's funded by private individuals, private businesses, and hundreds of volunteers. And I think that's special in itself.
With all that CARA has done, more remains to be done. The community's needs remain unmet.
It's not a small operation now, although 99% of the labor is provided free and volunteer. But it's a continuous process. If you drive down what was the Piggery Road and you look at that and see what the amount of mowing has got to be done, seeding, fencing, trees, lights, and it's a continuous process. If we stop and we don't continue to grow, we're really going backwards. And with that in mind, I think we continue to work, at expanding that facility, and I've been in it, I'd say 40 years now, so it's been a fun project.
The monies that are raised by CARA, one of the primary fundraisers is the Bob Burns CARA Golf Classic. That money is used and used for capital improvements in the facility for member organizations or improvements that CARA feels are strong to be done. So that money is used year to year for capital improvements up and down the road from one end to the other. The second area deals with an endowment fund that we have established and are working to expand to allow for perpetual care of the facility moving forward. In years to come, we expect that will be needed to keep the complex as great as it is today. It is a tremendous facility. It is, if you haven't seen it, you need to drive up and down the road. You'll be amazed at what the facility looks like, and we want to maintain that through this endowment fund that will give us that look and appearance 100 years from today.
It's an investment not just in the CARA fields, it's an investment in the community as a whole, really. So.
This is just a great way to get more into the Augusta community.
I would say there's not a better investment than keeping our kids on the baseball field, playing baseball, off the streets, out of trouble, having fun.
If you was to go up there, you can see the passion and the love that has been put into this complex, and it's something that's going to be there for a long time to come. So if you're interested in getting involved with something that has success all around it, this is a project that will appeal to many.
Acres of open ground and hundreds of open hearts transformed CARA to what it is today. And now an even brighter future beckons. We're excited about that. We hope you are too. CARA began with a dream, and with hard work, the dream became a reality. a reality for CARA and a reality for children of all ages who came with their own dreams. With your help, we can continue this dream for generations to come.